All right, ladies and gentlemen, joining us on the podcast today, very special guest, starting receiver for the Pittsburgh Steelers, second round pick in the 2018 draft, number 13, James Washington. James, man, definitely appreciate you, man. Definitely appreciate you taking some time out today, man.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Now, coming into the NFL, man, you were highly decorated. I'm talking, you won the Blitnikoff Award. You were a consensus All-American. So just talk about how has your adjustment been to the NFL throughout your first two seasons?
Last year I grew a lot, I would say mentally and both physically. The speed of the game was one that really hit me hard, my first NFL game. And being around high caliber guys such as Ben and, Juju, all those guys, learning from them, it's really helped me transition into the role that I've been given and the ways that I can give back to this team.
Is there anything that's been a big challenge for you or the most challenging thing thus far in these 2 years? Because obviously you had last year a lot of stuff going on with it was the media maybe more making a big deal out of it, maybe Ben calling you out. And then this year you have Coach Drake and then all the quarterback injuries. What's been the biggest challenge for you personally?
For us, it's kind of just that steady quarterback position. We've had lots of guys, come in and do their job, when they were in there. But mainly for me, it's just establishing that offense, getting going early in the game and, just firing on all cylinders early in and getting that score up on the board quick.
Absolutely.
Now, your productivity for the month of November has been crazy. And now it obviously carried over into December 1st with this past game versus the Browns. So what do you credit to your recent success, man?
Practice and meeting with coaches, Coach Ray, him stepping in and being our receiver coach after the passing of Coach Drake. It's been huge, and he's been a big help, as well as Juju. He's been a huge help to me. And, also just getting to know the quarterbacks. Whoever's back there throwing the ball, getting to know them and just kind of building that chemistry with them is huge. So, I would say that's been something that's really helped me over this time where my production's been good.
I like that. And now, going into the season, you were to talk, right, from OTAs to training camp about how you had dropped weight. I think it was 15 to 20 pounds you had said in terms of changing your body. So just talk about how much of an impact that's had on you this season.
I feel a lot quicker than I did last year. Like coming off the line, I feel like I can explode off, and down the field, I feel like it's helping me as well. But on top of that, I still have the muscle that I had. So it's not like I'm 190 pounds and no muscle. It's 210 pounds. I'm still packing the weight. So.
Hey, trust me, we saw that muscle on display with what you did to my boy BW with the Bengals, man. Yes, indeed, man.
But yeah, it's all still there.
I like that, man. Definitely keep it going. It looks good, man. Now, throughout the season, we had talked about a little earlier, you having to adjust to the multiple quarterbacks throwing you the ball and things like that. But you still, like I said, been able to be productive. So just talk about how you've been able to adjust to each of their playing styles from starting with Ben to transitioning to Mason and now being with Duck Hodges.
Right. Well, being with Ben, I kind of knew him from the year before. Wasn't as good as I wanted it to have been. But, we're still building. That's football. And Mason, I've been with him for going on 6 years. So I've kind of known him and his tendencies. And Duck, I got some reps with him during training camp, OTAs, all of that. So, I had a little chemistry with him, but not as much as the other two quarterbacks. But, knowing him off the field, it definitely helps, with that on-the-field chemistry.
What do you like about Duck, him just coming in these last couple games? It seems like you guys do have that connection on the field. Is there anything that you like about him and how he throws the ball, or like you said, with tendencies? Is there anything that sticks out to you?
With Duck, I feel like, some guys that's been in his position, they may be caught less than ready, as Coach T would always say.
Never get caught less than ready, baby.
Never. You can't. And that guy, he came in like he's been playing all year long. So that really stood out to me, and I'm sure it stood out to everyone else that's been watching him.
No,
so
definitely.
That's definitely something that he's got, head up on.
Absolutely. Now, speaking of your rapport with Duck, I've seen some of the posts on social media in terms of y'all going out hunting together. Have you always been a hunter, or was that something that Duck recruited you to do, man?
I've always been a hunter. Now, duck hunting, I'm fairly new to it, but he's been getting me in the swing of things. But like I told him, he's always been wanting to varmint hunt, and I said, man, you can come out to Texas anytime, and we'll switch it out. We'll duck hunt, and I'll teach you how to varmint hunt.
Well, I was going to say, for me, I'm not a hunter. I'm a city guy, right? So what's the difference in the two?
So with duck hunting, you have someone that is basically blowing the call, and you got guys that shoot. And Duck is he's a really good caller. He's won 2 nationals or 2 championships. So he's got that down. And varmint hunting, I call it just going out hunting coyotes and bobcats, calling them in.
Wow.
I'm a little better at that than he is.
Okay. Man, if I see a coyote, I lose my mind.
Now, James, another thing off the field that I researched that you like doing is restoring cars. Now, that's something that you said you really want to do after you're done playing in the NFL. Is there anything that you've done up to this point in terms of restoring cars? Do you have a favorite one?
Yeah, so my first vehicle in high school was an 86 short wide bed Chevy.
Oh, wow. Okay.
My dad's got an 83. And growing up, I was around the whole drag racing world. So I've always wanted to fix up cars. And once I got my signing bonus, that was the first thing I did was fix up the 86.
I like that.
That's pretty dope.
It's waiting for me back in Texas. So whenever I get a chance to go back, I'm going to drive it, probably throw up some posts on the gram so people
there it is.
It's pretty sharp, man.
No, that's awesome. Now, I know that you've grown up in a small town your whole life. Is there anything, whether it's a lesson or something that you take away from living in that environment that you take with you being on the Steelers, being in the NFL and going forward?
Most definitely. Growing up in a small town, it taught me how to appreciate everything. Growing up, I didn't have as many opportunities as guys from like bigger cities or anything had. Coming out of high school, I was barely recruited. I got lucky that Oklahoma State offered me, and it was just so hard because we only had 2 stoplights. That'll tell you how small it is.
Wow.
1,500 people.
God, dog.
We were small, and it was devastating sometimes because you got guys from cities that and they're getting offers from everybody, and then you barely got 1 or 2 offers, and you want to play sports and football for the rest of your life, but sometimes it just feels like no one's looking out for you. But God's definitely blessed me. It got me to where I am for sure.
Hey, absolutely, man. And now we talked about some of the adversity that y'all faced this season, right? Early on, the emotional roller coaster in terms of players leaving throughout this offseason, Ben getting hurt, and obviously Coach passing. But in particular for you, what has been the one thing that's been able to help you stay focused and navigate all of that this year?
Coach Drake, man, to be honest with you. We set a bunch of goals for ourselves with him early on, when he was with us. And, the passing of him, it really kind of opened our eyes to life outside of football because you never know, coaching or playing or whatever you're doing in this game, it can be taken away from you as well as your life at any moment. And
very true, man.
That really woke me up and to take stuff seriously in life now. And I would say, he was a big part of that.
Absolutely. And then the last question that we have, man, this is for anybody that comes on. You got to talk about your welcome to the NFL moment.
I got to think about this one. Let's see. I would say my welcome to the NFL moment was probably my first time that I had a Z fine.
Okay.
You know,
got to get a little dirty with your job, man.
Yeah, exactly. Normally, you know, a receiver, you're out wide blocking corners. Yeah. And then they motion you down, and you got to go in and block strong safeties.
Yeah.
And at the time, I wouldn't say that I didn't like it, but you know, it wasn't something that I just wanted to do it first.
Well, wasn't a willing participant.
Exactly. But yeah, I went in and got bumped by a linebacker and ended up getting cracked pretty good. It was on film, and everybody's making fun of me, all the linemen, you know. that would be my worst welcome to the NFL moment.
I can dig it.
Up to this day.
Hey man, you play long enough, it happens to everyone. Don't worry about it. Just make sure you get them more than they get you.
Exactly.
I like it, man. Well, James, we definitely appreciate you taking time out to come on the podcast. Definitely wish you nothing but the best the rest of the season. Stay healthy and keep killing it, man.
Absolutely, bro.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
I appreciate you guys, man.
All right, man. Peace.
Later.